Today, listen up. Have you heard about the Fed's sinister plan to control your money? It's called Executive Order 14067, signed by Biden and his cronies. It will implement a digital dollar. This is the largest attack on your privacy and freedom in decades. Now the government could track your spending and determine what you can and can't buy. Act now. Protect your retirement savings with physical gold. This timeless asset will protect your privacy and ensure the government can't track your wealth. With a simple IRS loophole, you can convert your retirement savings to gold and silver, protecting your wealth tax-free. Act now. Protect your retirement savings by calling American Alternative Assets at 877-3USA-GOLD. They're A-plus and accredited members of the Better Business Bureau, so call 877-3USA-GOLD now to receive a free wealth protection guide. Protect your retirement savings by calling American Alternative Assets at 877-3USA-GOLD. Again, call American Alternative Assets at 877-387-2465 to secure your free gold and silver guide today. Individual results may vary. There's no guarantee the pattern will be indicative of future results.
Hey, truckers, it's time for today's roll call of holy frozen pizzas.
I'm hauling dumbbells. Those whip.
I'm hauling motion sensor plastic skeletons that jump out at you when you walk in front of them. Woo!
I'm hauling beans.
From hauling pizzas to plastic skeletons to beans. You can save when you get a Progressive Commercial truck insurance quote in as little as 5 minutes. Get a quote today at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we're proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable, accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1 million miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petro Stopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cat Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
You know, truck drivers play a critical role in our economy, hauling almost everything we buy. These men and women are the unsung heroes and the backbone of America. When our heroes need support, they turn to the St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund. The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is a 501c3 truck driver charity that steps in to cover necessity household items when an injury or illness takes a driver off the road. Learn more and donate today at truckersfund.org. That's truckersfund.org.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin with an 84-year-old white man in Kansas City, Missouri, who's been charged with assault in the first degree and armed criminal action for allegedly shooting a black teenager who rang his doorbell by mistake. Clay County prosecutor Zach Thompson.
I can tell you there was a racial component to the case.
More from CBS's Matt Piper.
Shortly before prosecutors announced charges against Andrew Lester, attorneys Ben Crump and Lee Merritt say the family of Ralph Yarl got a call from President Biden. They say he offered the family of the 16-year-old his prayers for Ralph's health and for justice. The attorneys say in their statement, our children should feel safe, not as though they are being hunted.
The wounded teenager is back home.
You don't show up at people's house.
New York's been charged with second-degree murder for firing at a car full of young people
He
turned into the wrong driveway. The 20-year-old riding inside was killed. This woman in
Yeah,
Hebron.
that was crazy.
It never occurred to me that it would cost me my life to take a wrong turn up someone's driveway. He just didn't give these kids a chance at all.
Officials say they've been looking for a friend zone. A grand jury in Ohio has voted not to charge 8 police officers in the shooting death of a 25-year-old black driver named Jalen Walker. He ran away during an attempted traffic stop and a car chase in Akron. Walker's attorney, Bobby DiCello.
The family of Jalen Walker's hearts have been destroyed. His body has been destroyed.
and our faith in this community, its leadership has been destroyed.
Officers fired 94 shots and hit Walker 46 times.
That
Unarmed. The gun was found
that's
inside.
that's a little bit overkill right there.
Reporter Evan Gershkovich stood inside a glass cage in a courtroom in Moscow today to appeal his detention on spying charges. He could face up to 20 years if he's convicted. Russia's president made a surprise visit to occupied Ukraine. Nikki Barker is at the foreign desk.
His dark suit and
I don't know.
military fatigues around him. Vladimir Putin is seen visiting Russian command posts in the southern Kherson and Luhansk regions. He asks for status reports on Kherson and Zaporizhia and presents the men with icons based on those used by Russian forces in the 19th century.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken says all American diplomats are okay after their convoy came under fire in Sudan.
This action was reckless, it was irresponsible, and of course unsafe.
The UN Human Rights Office says at least 185 people have been killed, more than 1,800 injured in 4 days of clashes between the Sudanese army and a powerful rival battling for control of the country. This is CBS News.
Streamline how you hire with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right, but right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
If you're tempted to buy an electric vehicle because of the tax credit, shop American.
10 vehicles will be eligible for a $7,500 tax credit, including 2 Tesla models and the Chevrolet Bolt. 7 other vehicles will have a $3,750 credit, but for other vehicles, including Volvo's popular EV, there will be no credits. Jeff Schuster is with NRC Automotive.
When you look at price and then you look at taking credits away on vehicles that are already quite expensive, that could have some ramification, at least in the near term.
In the long term, he says the EV share of the market is going to grow, eventually overtaking traditional gas-powered vehicles.
I can get my chest thing out.
Yes. Popular green gummy bears, but masquerading as something it isn't. Haribo fans are gobsmacked over a resurfaced post on Reddit that identifies each bear's flavor by color. Contrary to popular thought, the squishy little green guy's not green apple, lime, or watermelon, but strawberry. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
I love you. They are so good.
11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Stop going in a local instantly. Local experts. Delivering about getting to know people, not algorithms. So let the team at Express Employment Professionals hire for you. Visit ExpressPros.com to find the office near you.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
My. Now you got that right. You got that right.
I haven't committed it to memory yet.
No, but you got the meaning.
I got the meat. Yeah, like when you find something that's worth back for it.
At the
Really
same
good.
time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I got it.
That's old school.
Yeah.
Starting at a 19% lift when they are on more than. That's why Cuba's offers a
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. How are you?
At Cumulus, your one-stop coordinated radio and digital campaign that will get your business results. Hi, I'm Sonia Thompson, and it's my job to get your business results on News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business.
Managing your online presence takes time, effort, and expertise. It can overwhelm even the savviest business owner. So, meet Cumulus Boost. We're experts at boosting the online presence for businesses of every type. We make sure potential customers can easily find you and really like what they find. Your website, online listings, consumer reviews, and more. Cumulus Boost. Online at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LIMO for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime with your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. convenience. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LIMO for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first day. That's code LIMO.
Spring from mowing and mulching to planting and hauling, tackle any job that comes your way with quality John Deere equipment from Sun South. And during our spring sales event at Sun South, save more on our great selection of John Deere tractors and mowers with store-wide specials and financing as low as 0.9%. So why wait another season to do more on your property? For quality John Deere equipment, come see us during our spring sales event at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Another Guardian Credit Union story.
Hey, are we trimming the same as usual?
Yeah.
How's your baby girl doing?
She's great, but with 3 kids, we really need more space.
You should check out Guardian Credit Union. She got a home equity line of credit from Guardian to finish our basement. They have low rates and a great team that's easy to work with.
Really?
Yeah, my mom got a Guardian home loan to buy her house. They refinance too.
Thanks. I'll check them out.
Connect with Guardian for all your lending needs.
Hey folks, this is Tammy Burkhalter at Prattville Farm Center, and did you know there's all kind of dogs that we can feed? Like sleepy dog, hot dog, creepy dog, swimming dog, hunting dog, shaggy dog, lap dog, window dog, riding dog, hiding dog, stuffy dog, standing dog, hat dog, cozy dog, family dog, even a dancing dog, man. So come see us at 1154 South Memorial Drive in Prattville, and we can even feature kitty cat too.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
And let's roll.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again, one more time. One more time. You're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective, or at least give you something to think about. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you. It is April the 18th. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Future Faithfulness. Our scripture insight today comes from Jeremiah 32, 37 through 44. But Jeremiah 32 and 42 says, I will give them all the prosperity I have promised them. Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning. And again, it is April the 18th. It is a day that has never been. And it is a day, you can believe this one, that will never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and do the things that you should have done. So whatever it is that you do with this day, April the 18th, 2023, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day. If you've lived a while, many, many times, many years, you've seen, you've heard, and acknowledged many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do about it? Well, whatever you do, make sure while you can, for as long as you can, until you can't, reach back and help somebody else along the way. Bishop Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live life, you shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never quit. You never give up. Because when you give up, you say, God can't handle this. Then the rain begins to fall because God's laughing at us. He can handle anything. More than you could ever imagine. So don't quit. Don't ever give up. Never, ever give up. And no matter what happens on this day, remember this. It is still a great day to be alive. Future faithfulness. That's our daily bread for this day, April the 18th. Good morning to you, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading was written by Karen Pimbo, and she titled it Future Faithfulness. Sarah lost her mother when she was just 14 years old. She and her siblings lost their house soon after and became homeless. Years later, Sarah wanted to provide her future children with an inheritance that could be passed down from generation to generation. She worked hard to purchase a house, giving her family the stable home she never had. Investing in a home for future generations is an act of faith toward a future you don't yet see. God told the prophet Jeremiah to purchase land just before the violent siege of Jerusalem by the Babylonians. To the prophet, God's instructions didn't make a lot of sense. Soon, all their property and belongings would be confiscated. But God gave Jeremiah this promise in Jeremiah 32. As I have brought all this great calamity on this people, so I will give them all the prosperity I have promised them. The prophet's investment in property was a physical sign of God's faithfulness to someday restore the Israelites to their homeland. Even in the midst of a terrible attack, God promised his people that peace would come again. Homes and property would be bought and sold again. Today, we can put our trust in God's faithfulness and choose to invest in faith. Although we may not see an earthly restoration of every situation, we have the assurance that he'll someday make everything right. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Jeremiah chapter 32, verses 37 through 44. I will surely gather them from all the lands where I banished them in my furious anger and great wrath. I will bring them back to this place and let them live in safety. They will be my people and I will be their God. I will give them singleness of heart and action, so that they will always fear me, and that all will then go well for them and for their children after them. I will make an everlasting covenant with them. I will never stop doing good to them, and I will inspire them to fear me, so that they will never turn away from me. I will rejoice in doing them good, and will assuredly plant them in this land with all my heart and soul. This is what the Lord says. As I have brought all this great calamity on this people, so I will give them all the prosperity I have promised them. Once more fields will be bought in this land of which you say, It is a desolate waste without people or animals, for it has been given into the hands of the Babylonians. Fields will be bought for silver, and deeds will be signed, sealed, and witnessed in the territory of Benjamin, in the villages around Jerusalem, in the towns of Judah, and in the towns of the hill country, of the western foothill and of the Negev, because I will restore their fortunes, declares the Lord. Let's pray. Dear God, we are often fearful of the future because we can't predict what will happen. Thank you for the assurance we have that you hold the future in your hand and that you hold us in your hand as well. Help us to invest in the future that we can't see, knowing that we can trust you with it. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Alicia Reisinger, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay. You guys know we skipped PT yesterday, right? Okay. Well, not today. We're doing it. Let's go. Get it done. Get it done. And somebody tell Sergeant Smith time to get out of here right now before I take it over. Every day we run to the sun. No sweat, not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knee. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Nothing to eat but a can of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Bread was molded and the meat was bad. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. You know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go, all the way. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Air, boom, all the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. All the way, airborne, airborne, all the way. Get them wings out. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Let's roll. Time to rise and shine. In the drizzling rain, well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with the sterling blow. All the way, baby, all the way. Woo! Got to motivate it. PT with coffee. Here we go, all the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne, all the way. All right, Sergeant Smith, get that out here. Let's knock this out right. And tell the sergeant major and the first one to get out here too. They're not retired yet. Let's get on it. Oh! All right, let's do it. Hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work, work. Oh, 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 oh. Hard work, work, work. That's what they say. Hard work, work. I earn my pay. Hard work every day. I get up about 2:45. Oh, on the road and earn my pay. Oh, and race and joy. Hard work, work. Come on, let's go work. Do work. Hard work, work, work. That's what they say. Hard work. I do it for pay. Come on. Woo! Hard work, work, work. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Go to work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Oh yeah. Motivated, motivated. Hard work, work, work. Hard work, work. Continue to roll. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Everything. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. On the airplane. In the early morning rain. Woo! That's PT coffee break. Hard work, work. Woo! Hard work, work. Hard work, work, work. Set them on down. Hard work, work, work. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. We ain't done yet. It ain't over yet. Come on now. Let's earn my pay. Oh, yeah. Oh. Woo. Woo. You know, I think this PT's running the rubber out my underwear. Woo! It's hard on a brother out there, but that's okay. We can do it. We can do it. Somebody once said, if you can look up, you ought to be able to get up. It's not necessarily true, but I got the meaning of it. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine as we pay homage to all of our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard, and Space Force. And a special shout out to all those soldiers of the sky, United States Army paratroopers, and Marine paratroopers, and Air Force paratroopers, just paratroopers. Okay, we appreciate you. Takes a brave kind of brother to go up there in the sky with nothing but a little silk over his head. Oh, yeah. I think that takes a little thing, what we call courage. And good morning to some of our local heroes, to the Sheriff Derek Cunningham, the High Sheriff of Montgomery County, Alabama. Also, the Police Chief, Albert, whatever his name is, the Police Chief. I don't know if Albert is his last name or his first name. I don't see him that much, but that's a good thing, though. But I do know he getting them perps off the street, though. We got so many perps, though, till you can't get them all. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. Good morning to the Montgomery Sanitation Department. Hey, fellas, you do a great job out there in the morning, and you keeping our streets off the garbage. And a special shout out to the guys downtown Montgomery every morning who are picking up trash, picking up this, that the tourists and everybody else leave down there for them. They're out there early in the morning before you get up, and they're out there. Okay, so all this whining about trash. Well, if you see some, pick up some. Some citizens yesterday asked me for some bags and stuff. Hey, I graciously went up to and got them some. That's right, from the Montgomery Clean City Commission. Mr. Grove and those guys, we're working on things. We're working on things, okay? And remember what I said. If you see some trash, keep your class. Pick up the trash. And good morning, Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. After all, this is an Air Force town, and we realize that. Besides that, hey, the Air Force put the air in airborne. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. And if you're one of those people who don't want to call talk radio, but you listen because you know this is where all the stuff happens right here, you can always text me, 334-241-9998. Don't be calling me, but okay, you call me if you want to sometimes, but not while I'm on there. 241-9998 is the text number. Say hi to me so I know I'm not here all by myself. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, if that does not wake you up first thing in the morning, you need to go in front of a mirror and blow on it. Make sure you're still with us, okay? Some great news once about a young person. Great news about a young person. Tell you about that there's a lot of great news about young people. But this particular kid right here, I admire him so much. At least what I know about him. He may be a butthole, in private, but in public, he has always been the epitome of respect and class. Now, what they do after what they do when they're in private in the bathroom, that's up to them. But publicly, he has always been a kid that I've always liked since I got to Alabama. Okay, well, not since I got to Alabama, but since I heard of him and watched his performance in life. Anyway, let's take a break, and we'll be back with the lessons of life as well as the word of the day. That's right. That's my attempt to help you. I mean, every movie I watch now, everybody's getting cussed out by somebody. I mean, it's F this and S this and B this and B. Hey, somebody ought to tell the movie makers in America the black folks like listening to good English also. I'm just telling you that, we don't need to be cussed out every time we turn on the black folks movie. I'm black. I like black people movies. Okay, but that cussing got to go. No wonder my kids don't know how to read and write. Anyway, we'll be back right after this.
Weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples has everything you need to travel, from passport photos to luggage. And now get 20% off your in-store purchase when you buy any travel service. Plus, travel-size Purell hand sanitizer is just 49 cents. In-store only. Offer ends 4/22. Exclusions apply. Get all set to jet at Staples.
A very chilly start this morning, well down in the 40s, but we are going to warm up very nicely today. Temperatures in the low 80s under mainly sunny skies. A few clouds early tonight, otherwise not as cool. We're down to about 50 degrees. And for tomorrow, we're even warmer, mid-80s.
Over here, over there, we will miss the dusty trail and the caisson rolling along.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. The good news continues. Still no major problems or accidents. Nothing's been reported that would send you on an alternate route. You keep listening. We'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. The new Toyotas are arriving daily at Reinhardt Toyota. The Corolla is the #1 selling car in the world, and the Camry is the #1 selling car in America. See them and more at Reinhardt Toyota on the East Boulevard. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
In the world of esports, there's always a bigger fish, and recently it's been a feeding frenzy. This week, legacy esports brand Counterlogic Gaming made the shocking announcement that they were closing their doors. Shortly after, it was made known that esports organization NRG was buying Counterlogic to acquire their spot in the League of Legends Championship Series. Counterlogic Gaming joins the fate of the Guard and other organizations who have recently shut down. Who do you think is next?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Inflation is sky high. Banks are failing, and nobody will bail out the little guy. You need to protect your family and your portfolio. If you've been on the fence about buying gold and silver, now is the time to make the call. Securing your IRA or 401k with real gold and silver is a portfolio protection plan, and Oxford Gold has made it as easy as 1, 2, 3. Call Oxford Gold right now and ask about bonus opportunities you may be eligible for. Call 833-899-GOLD. 833-899-GOLD.
No matter where you live, what you make, or who you voted for, there are some things that will impact all of us soon. Whether you're concerned about the alarming increase in man-made disasters, financial institutions collapsing, or worsening food shortages, Americans are preparing in numbers not seen since World War II. What's changed is how we prepare, and the folks at My Patriot Supply have made it easier than ever for you to have peace of mind, knowing you're ready for what's next. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com and stock up on over a dozen emergency food kits. These include tasty breakfasts, lunches, dinners, drinks, fruits, veggies, meats, and snacks, averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Get at least one kit per person. As we all know, calories equals energy equals survival. My Patriot Supply food kits are in stock and shipped discreetly. We've seen too many Americans let down by institutions we used to trust. It's time to rely on ourselves. MyPatriotSupply.com. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Trustworthy, consistent, reliable, the best at what they do. This is what customers are saying about Janny King, the king of clean. From office buildings to schools, healthcare facilities, and stadiums, our local franchise owners provide the same quality clean at every level. Let us put our 35 years of experience to work for you. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JANIKING Cleans.com. Janny King, the king of clean. Franchise opportunities also available at JannyKingCleans.com. One search engine is used by 9 out of 10 consumers. Hint, the name begins with a G. And there are hundreds of things that go into being ranked highly by that engine. Your website, your business profile, even your social accounts. A couple of slip-ups and you find yourself on page 7. But at Cumulus Boost, we have the experts and resources to fix what's wrong and boost your findability so you can rank higher than your competition. Get started today at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS boost.com.
Hey, River Region, we're looking for the best of the best. We need your help. Right now, we're hosting our first ever News Radio 1440 Listeners Choice Award. Looking for the best in dining, shopping, and everything in between. So let your voice be heard. Visit newsradio1440.com today and vote for your favorites in over 100 categories. You could even win cash prizes just by voting. $500 is up for grabs. Vote for your favorites at newsradio1440.com today.
There are more identity threats than you realize. Even if you monitor your credit, only a little personal info needs to leak out, like your social security number or password.
For you to become a victim.
LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss. If your identity is stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save up to 25% off their first year with promo code NEWS. Go to lifelock.com.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
For matters in Tennessee, visit Cordell.com. West Martin Luther King Boulevard, Suite 1000, Chattanooga, Tennessee, 37402. All representations made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
Over here, over there. Okay, we're back. Good morning. Yeah, I've been going through some DEI training or DSI, whatever it's called. You know, I've been trying to know how to be. I've been trying to learn how to be more socially acceptable of things that I cannot stand. So I'm learning. So if I make a mistake here and there, you know, and call you out your name, I apologize. But you know, every once in a while, you know, just you have to revert back to the old you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I've been the DEI thing is yeah. As a matter of fact, that DEI, I think it's called diversity, inclusion, and something else. Anyway, whatever it is, them folks sure making a hell of a lot of money teaching this little class. I'll tell you, I'll give you some of the salaries of some of our college people who teach. Is it DESI or DIS or whatever it is? I don't know what it is, but anyway, it's one of those political terms that don't really mean a hell of a lot, but you got to go through the training anyway. Especially if you work for corporate America like I do, you got to go through the training anyway. You know, you got to show that you are consciously aware of your unknown prejudices and things of that nature. Yeah. Now, if you work for a company in Montgomery, you probably got to go through the same thing. Well, I'm going to tell you there's some money in that DESI or DIS or whatever it's called. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that a little later on. I can understand why they're teaching it. It's some money in it. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine this morning. The clock on the wall says it is 20 minutes till the top of the hour. But the first thing we do this time of morning, we give you the word of the day along with the lessons of life today. Okay. And the word of the day is a word that seems to be missing from the American lexicon. Okay. And the lexicon of our language, that's the combined words, the combined apparatuses of the language. It's called the lexis. And so we have lost. This is one of those words that that you don't hear much anymore to young kids, and which is why we end up with some of the things we get with our young folks anyway. But I ain't mad at you. It's our fault. Okay, it's your fault. Y'all don't want to make them wusses out of them. But anyway, the word of the day means a strong desire to do or to achieve something, typically requiring determination and hard work. Let me give you a definition again, and I'll give you the word. A strong desire to do or achieve something, typically requiring determination and hard work. What do you think that those words put together define. That's right. It's a word that we don't really use very much anymore. I guess we are afraid of hurting somebody's feeling someplace. Okay? But the word itself is ambition. It seems it is a word that's hanging out there in the lexicon of space, a lexicon about words, and it's one that politically we don't see because everybody's got an illness now. Everybody's got some sort of phobia or something's wrong with her, and they just don't know what the word ambition means anymore. Well, that's what it means. Ambition, a strong desire to do or to achieve something. And here's the catch, typically requiring determination and hard work. The funny thing about ambition, I've never seen anybody with it fail. But I've seen a lot of people without it do just that. Listen, I'm just telling you how it goes. Logic and reason. You have never seen anybody successful in life who came back to you and told you, I didn't sacrifice anything. I didn't do much but ate cereal in the morning and got up. That's it. Now, you'll never hear that. And we seem to accept that kind of attitude in sports because we always want to root for the best team. Well, the biggest team is me, myself, and I. And if you cannot become ambitious for what you want and who you are, forget about being it for somebody else. 6:44 in the morning, lessons of life. Now, this right here, this is a deep one. This is a deep one. You're going to have to think a minute on this one. Okay, and sometimes you won't get there yet. If you're young, you haven't got there yet. And you haven't got there, but you will. Because when I was young, I hadn't got there yet either. But as you get older, as time flies, you do realize some things about life. And this is no exception. And here is today's lessons of life. And lessons of life, it is things that you learn by living. Things that you learn by living. There's no other way to get there. Again, I use this analogy all the time. You do not know what it's like to run a mile if you have never ran it. Somebody once said, no testimony because you have not been tested. But you get tested enough and you can tell people about it. So anyway, LOL, laughing out loud, but in this case, it is lessons of life. And here it is. Now, I want you guys to remember this. You may not get it now, but you will at some point. If you live, the good Lord allows you to live a while, you will understand what this means. I may be gone, hopefully to heaven, but you will understand this. When you have found something in this life worth dying for, it is at that same time when you will find the things in life worth living for. Let me say that one more time. When you have found something in life worth dying for, that is the same time you'll find the things in life worth living for. Okay? If you don't get it now, you will. It is April the 18th, 2023. It was on this day in 1983, 63 people, including 17 Americans, were killed at a U.S. embassy in Beirut, Lebanon, by a suicide bomber. 1775, Paul Revere began his famous ride from Charleston to Lexington, Massachusetts, warning colonists that the British regular troops were approaching. In 1906, a devastating earthquake struck San Francisco, followed by raging fires. Estimate of the total death toll was between 3,000 and 6,000 souls. 1923, the first game was played at the original Yankee Stadium, New York. The Yankees defeated the Boston Red Sox 4-1. In 1934, the first laundromat, which we call washateria, opened in Fort Worth, Texas. Washateria used to be my favorite friend. You put all your clothes up. Mom and Dad put us all the clothes up in a basket. We're going to run up. Going to the washateria back in the day was Playtime. Oh, yeah, Playtime. We didn't have to pay for that stuff anyway. 1938, Superman, a.k.a. the Man of Steel, made his first debut at the first issue of Action Comics bearing cover dates of June. Went on sale for 10 cents a copy. In 2014, nearly flawless original copies sold for $3.2 million. So sometimes it's good to keep old stuff around. I'm just saying. 1943, Admiral Iroko, wait a minute, hold on. Is Oroku Yamamoto, oh, that's close enough. I got to write that name. Commander-in-Chief of the Japanese Combined Fleet was shot down and killed by U.S. fighters while approaching Bougainville in the Solomon Islands. If you ever watch a movie called, well, it's about Bill Halsey Jr. I forgot the name of the movie. I love that movie. I watch it all the time. That's where I get most of my history from. Anyway, what was this guy's name? Well, I'll tell you about it later on. But anyway, it's a great story about how this happened. Okay, 1945, famed American war correspondent Ernie Pyle was killed by Japanese gunfire on the Pacific Island, okay, off Okinawa. The year 1956, American actress Grace Kelly married Prince Rene of Monaco in a civil ceremony. A church wedding took place the next day. In 1978, the Senate approved a Panama Canal Treaty on this day, providing for the complete turnover of control of the waterway to Panama Canal on the last day of 1999. Of course, we know who was president then. I don't know why he turned it over, but okay, Carter did that. 1988, an Israeli court convicted John Demyanyuk, a retired auto worker from Cleveland, of committing war crimes in the Treblinka death camp of Nazi-occupied Poland. However, Israel's Supreme Court later overturned Demyanyuk's conviction. In 1995, quarterback Joe Montana retired from professional football. The Houston Post closed after more than a century of service. In 2013, that was the year, the FBI released surveillance camera images of two suspects in the Boston Marathon bombing and asked for the public's help in identifying them. Hours after President Barack Obama and First Lady Obama attended the interfaith service at a Roman Catholic cathedral. And it was 14 years ago that President Barack Obama offered a spirit of cooperation to America's hemispheric neighbors at the Summit of the Americas in Port of Spain, Trinidad. The White House said Obama was deeply disappointed at the news Iran had convicted American journalist Roxana Sabiri of spying for the United States and sentenced her to 8 years in prison. She was released, however, the following month. 9 years ago, an avalanche swept down climbing the route of Mount Everest, killing 16 guys in the deadliest disaster of the world's highest peak. And again, I ask the question, why do people climb mountains? I mean, why is that? I mean, the mountain's not going any place. You can look at it all you want to. Why do people climb mountains? Especially Mount Everest. I'm just asking the question. I mean, it's like, why climb it? It ain't going no place. I'm just saying, like running. What are you running for? 26 miles. Okay. Well, at least I can kind of understand running 26 miles. I guess it keeps you in shape or something like that. But listen, if the police are not after me, I'm not running. Okay. And I'm too old to kind of like to run the police run. But I can, if they don't catch me in the first 10 seconds, then I'm gone. But after that, I'm kind of done. So look at me downtown on Ripley Street. Because I can't be going that fast. Let me give a kudos out to Montgomery Police yesterday. I saw them take down some crooks. Right on. And I heard we only got 160 police officers. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. It seemed kind of shorthanded to me. How come people don't want to be policemen anymore? Is there an age limit to being a policeman? Okay, because soon as I get done with radio, that could be my next career. I'm just saying. 5 years ago, Cuba's government selected 57-year-old Vice President Miguel Mario Diaz-Canel. You know, they got a lot of last names over there. Bermudez as the sole candidate to succeed President Raul Castro, a move that would install someone from the outside of the Castro family in the country's highest office for the first time in nearly 60 years. The 86-year-old Castro would remain head of the Communist Party. Amid a blackout that affected much of the rest of Puerto Rico, generators helped to keep the lights on in the stadium in San Juan for the second of two games between Cleveland Indians and Minnesota Twins. And those are just some of the things that happened on this day. Now, what day is it? Okay. See, every day in America we celebrate something. You just don't know it's been celebrated because you've never been invited to the party. Well, today is tax day. Federal income taxes are an important cornerstone of our economy, especially to the people who spend it. Okay. It is Adult Autism Awareness Day. It is International Day for Monuments and Sites. Okay then. International Jugglers Day. All right, I can live with that. Lineman Appreciation Day. We always celebrating the quarterback, you know, the flanker, the halfback, but rarely do we celebrate the lineman. Right on for the Lineman's Day. Right on those guys. Okay. National Animal Cracker Day. You know, those are only cookies I know that you can leave in the house for 14 years, open up the can, and you can still eat them. Hey, animal crackers, okay? National Exercise Day. Grab your water bottle and your running shoes. I don't know what all that running is all about, but okay. Today is a day to start exercising, okay? National Lydia Day. If your name is Lydia, I had a girlfriend that I was crazy about back in high school named Lydia. She didn't pay me no attention, though, like most of them didn't. But if she only knew what she missed out on. Okay, then, Lydia. It's National Lydia Day. National Newspaper Columnist Day. So if you're the National Newspaper Columnist Day is a perfect opportunity to honor those hard workers by reading somebody's column today. Pet Owners Independence Day. We nap in the sunlight and leave work with the paws of our furry friends. Leave the work in our paws. Okay, I got you. Well, I don't know, get that one, but okay. Hey, I love pet owners. Don't get me wrong. I love me a dog. And I'm getting older because I even like the little dogs now. Brudell has he's worked for my competition, but he has a dog called like a Hershey bar. It's a little bitty dog. It fits in your hand. Now, my only problem with a dog that small is that how do you find his poop? I mean, he can poop any place, under the couch, you know, in the bathroom, in the corner, whatever. But how do you find the poop? It's so little bitty. Anyway, that's not a dog that you have around for protection. That's a dog you have around that you can protect. Anyway, but me, I'm a German Shepherd kind of Doberman Pinscher kind of guy, you know. But I love the little dog. And last but not least, second to last but not least, it is Piñata Day. That's right. You know what a piñata is? That's the thing that you have at the party, Spanish parties mostly, and you get turned around, you hit it with a big old thingamajigger, and whatever comes out of it, candy, fish, water, I don't know what comes out of it. I never hit the piñata, but it's National Piñata Day, okay? And one more thing, World Amateur Radio Day. Amateur radio operators provide emergency communications during both natural and man-made disasters. So I don't care how good your cell phone is. Let's give these guys a break. I don't care how good your cell phone is. You got to get your radio at some point, because you may not be able to call them back with your cell phone, because if the communist China come over here and blow everything up, you know, we're going to be in the dark for a minute without communication. So you might want to get yourself a radio. Because the way this president in the White House is doing, we're letting everybody in America right now. So I don't have any doubt that at some point somebody's going to come through and do something bad. So get yourself a radio so you can still communicate, or at least you can hear everybody communicate with radios. Okay, so get yourself a radio. You know, go to Amazon or someplace. I don't know if Montgomery has a place to sell radios or not, but get yourself a radio. Get yourself a radio. Okay, so you know what's going on. Okay, has anybody seen all these commercials lately about Get Gold? rather than put your money in dollars? Okay. If somebody can answer me this one question, why is gold important? What special property does gold have that I can eat? Okay, in time of crisis. And why would somebody take metal? Because gold is a metal. So what is so special about gold that people are willing to pay all kinds of money for it? I got to get A-Rad back up against someone, because I'm not impressed by gold. Not me. I mean, some people. I'm not putting it in my mouth unless all my teeth are gone. I'm not spending a whole lot of money. I'm not wearing it around my neck. I mean, I'm not putting it on my ankle. So what is so special about gold? I don't get it. It's a metal, like lead, steel. What is special? What special property does gold have that any other metal doesn't have? I was just wondering. So maybe I can help a brother out, because I guess what makes it so special. I mean, I'd rather have, lead than gold. What about me? One way or the other? Anyway, we'll be back. Hey. What boy did? And you know,
News Radio 1440, WWAM, Bongino Show.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We have just heard from the mother of the black teenager shot in the head and arm after he rang the wrong doorbell in Kansas City, Missouri, thinking it was the address where he'd been told to pick up his younger brothers. 16-year-old Ralph Yarl's mom, Cleo Nagby, spoke exclusively to CBS Mornings. He was supposed to stay outside, and his brothers were supposed to run outside, get in the car, and they come home. And that was what was supposed to happen. And while he was standing there, his brothers didn't run outside, but he got a couple of bullets in his body. The 84-year-old homeowner, whose wife has been charged with 2 felonies, assault in the first degree and armed criminal action. The prosecuting attorney says there was a racial component. Merrill is recovering at home now under the care of his mother and brothers. A homeowner in upstate New York's been charged with second-degree murder after police think he shot at a car full of young people who took a wrong turn into his driveway. A 20-year-old passenger was killed. Washington County Sheriff Jeffrey Murphy. A Wall Street Journal reporter will not be getting out of from jail yet. Clad in jeans and a flat shorts face two, nearly 3 weeks behind bars at Dershkovich School. Arms folded inside of last night. Ontario Hospital Court uphold his detention on spying charges, which the Wall Street Journal and the State Department continue to insist are baseless. The first journal since the Cold War detained in Russia on spying allegations faced 20 years as convicted. To keep out CBS News, London. Dominion's defamation case against Fox News is finally set to go to trial in Wilmington, Delaware today. The voting machine company accuses Fox of intentionally airing conspiracy theories and false claims the 2020 election was rigged. CBS's Scott McFarland is at the courthouse.
Some of the evidence already made public includes internal messages in which Star host Tucker Carlson says he hates Trump. in which executive Suzanne Scott warns challenging Trump's bogus claims could hurt ratings.
There's still no sign of three Americans who set out from Mexico with plans to sail off the Pacific coast to California. CBS's Liz Tristan.
Loved ones of Carrie and Frank O'Brien and their friend William Gross are desperate to hear from the three missing sailors. It's been nearly 2 weeks since the Americans left Mazatlan. The search area now is 2,500 square miles. Rough seas and high winds may have been a factor.
S&P futures are up 15, Dow futures ahead 25. This is CBS News.
Have you Googled yourself lately? A negative post from an ex-employee or a former client? You have a news article or sensitive information about your family. Search engines don't always get it right. But right or wrong, it's your reputation. Reputation defense and working website. One of the most trusted names in our Reputation Defender has been fixing people's results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge features help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
You might be watching more reruns soon. Hollywood writers are a step closer to striking.
97% of those who voted authorized to strike should the Writers Guild fail to reach a settlement with producers. The deadline is May 1st. Jason Swire follows the film industry. He says one of the contentious issues is the fact that streaming shows have far fewer episodes than traditional TV shows.
Streamers tend to create in order episodes that can range from, I say, 6 to 12 episodes.
The last writer's strike lasted 100 days in 2007 and 2008. Steve Futterman, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Vidiot's fans are in luck. New version of the beloved video store that opened in 1985 and closed 6 years ago is setting up shop at the Eagle Theater in Santa Monica. It will include a 271-seat movie theater, a micro cinema, a beer and wine bar, and a community space. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Managing your online presence takes time, effort, and expertise. It can overwhelm even the savviest business owner. Cumulus Boost. We're experts in boosting the online presence for businesses of every type. We make sure potential customers can easily find you and really like what they found. Your website, online listings, consumer reviews, and more. Cumulus Boost. Online at cumulusboost.com. CULUS Boost.com.
Sponsored by Christian Care Ministry.
If something costs less, people are happier with it. That sounds like something to look into, and that's Medicare. Maybe if you would switching to Medicare, if you can look at the thing, and also through the people who are rate and want to satisfy, that's making a switch to the customer satisfaction rate. Medicare is not more than the typical health insurance plan. Medicare works with more than a quarter century, and members are saving over $3 billion every time. Health, a huge issue like people with. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of it. Maybe economy and manufacturing. In 2 minutes. Here's my reason for this. Here's the number one.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code first take. It's called Limo.
He's witty and fast on the draw. It's Mark Lippitt this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And welcome in, everybody. I hope this day finds you well. You know, I'm going to skip my normal introductory soliloquy. Because I didn't think that something happened yesterday in America, and there's just kind of two things happened, besides what happened here in our own state. Something happened bad in New York, and then there's something happened in Missouri that I'm having a hard time intellectually trying to decipher the different messages that have been presented to us as citizens of the United States. I'm sort of, you guys, there's two things happening. A car, young people in New York pulled up in somebody's driveway, and this fool starts shooting at him, kill somebody. Just pull up in the driveway, and he starts shooting at him. I don't know what that was all about, but yeah, that was crazy. So he should be dealt with severely. I mean, severely. Then there's the one in Missouri that got me all kind of discombobulated. Early in the morning or late at night, whichever one it was, a young man accidentally goes through the wrong door, thinking he was headed to pick up his window brother or something like that. And the man inside, 85-year-old man inside, takes a pot shot at him. And again, once again in America, we're all upset because a white guy shot at a black child, which I think it was. Can we not have accidents in America anymore without it being about race? This certainly was an accident. 85-year-old guy sitting in his house, somebody pulling on his door. So the question I would ask us as Americans: would a reasonable person of that age do the same thing? I would have to tell you probably so. With so much crime going on in our neighborhoods and stuff like that, I'm not making, and the kid looks like a great kid too. But on the other hand, so because it's a white guy, it had to be about race. Now, he didn't go out looking for anybody. The guy sat in his own home. Somebody yanking at the door, probably vigorously. And he, in fear of his safety, let's just get out now just for the show. You should just grab a gun and shoot at people. But in the world we live in today, is there anybody out there that's 80 in their 80s and 90 years old will not be apprehensive and not be scared if somebody's pulling on your door? Okay. He didn't know that somebody was out there had the wrong address. He didn't know that. So do we live in a country today where everything, and then I heard the police chief say, well, it had a racial component to it. But the only racial component to it was that the guy was white, the child was black. And I'm so thankful that that young man, from what I understand, is going to make it. But does everything that happens in this country now, does everything have to center around race? The kid, the man who shot at the children in New York in a car, they just pulled up and turn around. I think they're all white. That he killed somebody. But it seems to me that we are becoming a country that is unreasonable. Logic and reason is gone out the window. What happened to that young man, I thank God he's going to be okay. But somebody, I'm 85 years old, stuck in a house, somebody yanking on my door. Yeah. And so the question I ask anybody, is it a reasonable response to want to protect yourself? You're 80-something years old. You know, you're already the victim. You're already in the crowd to get victimized more than anybody. I'm just saying, do we really want to go there? But when in America, black children are shot every day, and we don't have Mr. Crumb showing up in every place where black kids are shot by other black kids. So my thing is that, so let me get this right. Our lives only deserve discussing when a white person takes it. But as long as it's black folks shooting one another every day, it's not that big a deal because it's not uncommon. I think that's a question. I think that's a question that we'll have a conversation about. So if a white person shoots you, we need to get Mr. Chrome and all the race baiters out there who try to make a living on it. We need to get them on national TV. But when we kill each other, then nobody says, like they say in church, really a mumbling word, except the people who just lost their job. I'm just asking the question. So the guy in New York, absolutely. You pull up in his driveway just to turn around and he shoots at somebody, absolutely he needs to go to jail. He don't need no pity, no nothing. He needs to go to jail, straight to jail. An 85-year-old guy who happened to be in his house and somebody pulling on his door, I think it is reasonable to assume that he felt something was being broken into. He wasn't. He wasn't. And it was a comedy. It was like the what do you call that? The perfect storm. You know. Anyway, so what say you? 860-1440 is the number. You can just call up, talk to whichever you want. And we got some local things to talk about. I'm just wondering about this. Kind of good morning. Good morning, Ed. Ed, come on, get to it. Get to it. We keep moving. I know, but I'm telling you that because I don't like you. Mm-hmm. And can you say anything else in the morning? Can you say anything else in the morning but the same thing over? It's got that Bible. That book has got 66 books in it. Can you say something? Surprise the hell out of me one day and say something different. You got a point there. I'll give you that one. Yeah. Well, you got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes left. No. All right. All right. Good morning. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think though, is it reasonable for an old man to come to the door with a gun? I mean, considering the times we live in, is what he did reasonable? That's the question I was. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I don't want us to get along because the old something that it reads fighting for unpaid bill. And if they can stir the racial top, who's that? With this station that you're on,
Mm-hmm.
who feeds in that national news before you come on?
Well, I've been CBS or ABC One. Right. 28. Yeah. Mm-hmm. we're getting played. Yeah. Right, right. I heard the one say it, right. And that thing right, and wait a minute, and that thing is happening in Chicago and all of these and businesses now are leaving when they say urban, they say we're gonna leave the places where no black folks live. Because that's what they're doing. Even Walmart's pulling out of place. Yeah, yeah. And the stealing and I mean, doesn't anybody realize at some point there's going to be a price to pay for allowing these things to go on and make excuses? Do they really not understand that? Okay. Okay. Good morning, who's this? Yes, I'm doing fine. We didn't go for 15, 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, he did. Mm-hmm. 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 I really wouldn't know. Yeah, I mean that man did. Okay, can we agree that the man? Well, no, no, no. I'm just saying the man did not go out looking. Well, we don't know that though. We don't know that. No, we don't. If somebody coming to your house and pulling on your door, that's not. Wait, wait. I'm only asking. No, no, no. I'm only asking if what he did, if he thought there was somebody at his door trying to get in, was that a mm, mm. Well, again, I asked the question. Okay. Yeah, yeah, right. Now that yeah, yeah, well, we do. Mm, yeah, I saw it, and they didn't find him guilty. Well, let me ask you something. Well, let me ask you something though. Let's say they shoot you one time and kill you. They shoot you 90 times. What's the difference? Mhm. Mm. Mm. I wasn't on no side. I wasn't on no side. Yeah. Again, though, until all the people who have people in prison, until they all get together, I mean, we can complain all we want to. It ain't going to change a thing. Right? Right? I totally agree with you. But until somebody gets mad enough to show hundreds of people show up, you can if you go down there. You can't. If we put 1,000 people down on Dexter Avenue, you can get in touch with them that way. No, I can't. Well, wait a minute. I'm, I'm like Roberta. I'll go with you, but I can't go for you. I do. Hey, they can't do it before 9 o'clock. If they do it before 9, they gotta wait till after. They gotta wait till after 9 o'clock to do it. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Okay. With that, I gotta take a break. We'll be back.
Montgomery Skywalker family driven. Did you know that June is Men's Health Month? Now it's time to encourage the men and boys in their lives to make that effort of looking for support. Or talk to a doctor about the symptoms and actions. Or ask
for the younger generation in a very healthy lifestyle. Exercise more, drink more water, and cut down on junk food. Let some beautiful foods that will not only affect their lives, but their lives in health. June is the perfect time to schedule your annual checkup to make those healthy lifestyle changes. This is something that helps you understand here. For more information, please go to the website www.vitamin. My name is Tom Kitten.
And my name is Cindy Clinton. We're retailer, and this is going to be moving on.
United Way at our community.
The United Way is how it's just to know our time and meaning you're going to the right places.
Everybody, thank you for being so funny. That's the thing that we're doing. Tom is super important. We volunteer in our community free health clinic. We don't just wear a shirt.
We live it.
Yeah, volunteer.
Sarah, put your shoes on. We're going to the doctor in 10 minutes. Okay, Mom. Hey, am I going to have to do that? Yes. If after you know that's clean, you have to make sure all your vaccines are up to date before you start back at school. You have to provide a record to the school. Alabama law requires children of all ages to be up to date on their immunizations before attending school. Every child needs to be vaccinated. Measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox.
Do you know that Alabama law requires all pets to be vaccinated against rabies? This is state-funded veterinarian in Germany. Rabies vaccination not only protects dogs and cats from deadly virus, but also reduces the risk to the owners who can unknowingly be exposed by their unvaccinated pets. Help us protect you, your family, and your pet by getting them vaccinated today.
This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and the station.
Hannity. On News Radio 1440.
And we are back. You can text me 241-9998 or wherever else is on your mind. Who's been on with me on this guy right here? Good morning on air. Yes. Of course. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're talking Emmett Till. Emmett Till, yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. No, I'm not. I'm not. But I am. But I am saying, and you cannot deny this. When our children, black kids, are killed every day in this country by black folks, I don't hear from rushing to the rescue to bring highlight to the travesty and the tragedy of those events. But if it happens to be a white person involved, then here he shows up. A guy who makes $2 million a month. Here he shows up to save the day. What they did in Chicago the other night with 3,000 black folks there running into these people's stores stealing. I mean, come on. Does our life only have value if white folks take it? Well, it's news propaganda. It's news propaganda. So you don't think it's newsworthy? Wait a minute. You don't think it's newsworthy when a young black person gets killed by other black folks? Okay, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, there's a white guy involved. So everybody's saying first thing asked the guy, was there a racial component to this? 85. Wait a minute now. Bill Cosby got railroaded. Listen, Bill got railroaded. I mean, listen. Listen. Okay. Listen, we didn't come up with America. Other group of people did. I know, but wait a minute, the Africans sold us. What? What's that? Oh, well, that's true too. But now, but now let me ask something though. Having been other places, having you and me both, having been other countries, seen things, is there any place I'd rather be? Mississippi? Would you rather be? Right. So I'm just saying, none of us are perfect. White folks wasn't perfect. We're not perfect. I'm just saying. It seems to me that if a white person is involved in a conflict with a black person, it makes the news. But I guess they expect us to kill each other. That's why that doesn't make the news anymore. Okay, okay. Listen. I don't have to be black. All right. Yeah, I like who's this? Yes, sir. That's you. That's what I wanted. I really put forth a question. Mm-hmm. It's a fake theory. No, no, no. Mm-hmm. Give me an example. Give me an example. Give me an example. He didn't say any. He didn't say any. And so we're racist. Wait a minute. So you're racist if you don't agree with you? That's right. That's right. And I teach him not to go out and do things like what you want me to do. There's a possibility that something can happen. But to black kids, you'll get money. I understand that, but you put yourself in harm's way. Except this child did not do that. But I'm asking you the question: is it possible that it was an accident, had nothing to do with race? Okay. The guy in the house didn't know that. When he was pulling on the door, he said, mm-hmm. I know just as funny. And I agree with you. Again, I think he overreacted. The guy in the house overreacted, and they ought to be accountable for what he did. But I'm not. I don't think anything. From what I can read of things, It has nothing to do with race. It has something to do with that guy probably being scared too much, trying to break in his house. And so you think he looked at the door and saw that he was black, and then he said, "I'm gonna shoot." Okay. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And wait a minute. You see what you just said? What you just said puts people on high alert that maybe ought to get their gun too. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So there ain't no black people in Chicago killing each other over Trump. Those are Democrats. If they vote Democrat. Uh, sure we do. But black folks are not in danger. But that don't mean nothing. They're the same corner, different side. They're the same folks. Exactly. And it's in the sides of town. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been to Chicago in the deep in the project, the Brittany Green stuff? Exactly. It's like sardines that boy they stick black folks on top of each other in them damn project. Like New York the same way. Okay. So yeah. And it sure does. But we seem to blame everybody but us. Now then, we got thousands of white folks in the trailer park. They'll be shooting each other every night. I gotta go. I gotta go. They use that kind of language. Oh man. We'll be back 7:45 in the morning. Yeah. I know. Yeah, exactly. That's an old line. Exactly. And somebody did it, and now we're on the radar of corporate because somebody. I got you. Yes. I have. So can I reach you on the cell phone when I'm doing my other job? Yeah, but when you're on your work day app or on your email app, you can just
Everybody ought to hear what eBay told me. So you order it from here for your car. Try to install it, but it doesn't fit. So you take a little bit off the sides. It doesn't fit, but you go try to sit on it. Or get it right the first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that car's gonna fit. Air filters, brakes, headlights, over 122 million cars. Great cars at great prices. eBay Motors, let's ride. Eligible items for exclusions apply.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-826-9895.
in a fantasy world. 7:50 in the morning. And we're back. Hammer Wall says it's 7:51 in the morning. It's the phone. Somebody been waiting for a little bit, so let me make them wait any longer. Good morning. Thanks for holding. Yeah. So it's not about losing a life, then. It's about political gain. No, and I'm with you, but the same thing is happening to our kids all over America right now. Okay. So it's our life. Mm. And again, I don't know how you can go inside the old man's ear when he's sitting in his own house and somebody comes to his door. He thinks somebody's trying to break in, whatever the case may be. How's that race? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Right, but he did not go out searching for anything. The guy's at his house. Okay, all right. Right, but they chased that boy down. We know that was all about. He didn't chase nobody down. He didn't chase anybody. But again, they almost did. They knew what was going to happen if they did not charge him. At least assume that it had something to do with it. He had no political pressure on that kind of case. It's pressure, brother. Are you talking about in Georgia? Oh no, because they were politically connected too, and they didn't give a crap about it. But again, I'm saying, but this guy's in his own house, and somebody yanks on his door. Again, I'm not justifying what the guy did. Well, now he was at the wrong door. He had to do something for the guy to know he was there. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out what time of day or night it was, and I couldn't I haven't found out what time that was to know whether or not the old man could see or not. Okay, and again, all that right. I asked the question though: is it reasonable for a person to want to protect themselves in their own home if somebody, unbeknownst to them, is trying to open their door? Mm-hmm. 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 No, I'm just asking, is it a reasonable response? That's my question. That somebody, you're 85, I think it is. Somebody at my door, I don't yanking on my door this night. I'm 85 years old. Everybody, well, I'm just asking the question. I'm not blaming the boy. I'm really not. Okay. No, 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 I'm not. No, I'm not. But I don't think it. I don't think it was about race. Yeah, well, I ain't gonna talk to him. He ain't gonna listen to me because politically, yeah. Mm-hmm. I believe in it. We good. Because politically they didn't have the stomach to put her butt in jail. Yeah, I know, but he whipped out too on that one. Hey, and again, my question is, why is it then we don't have the same tenacity, the same ambition to put these fools in jail who killing our kids every street now, or every day in America, black folks? Okay. Mm. All right, I got to take one break because I'm running out of time. Let me see you now. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Mm. About 10 minutes. I think he's gonna find out. Ain't no, no, probably not. Well, I mean, that's his job. I mean, that's his job, But you know, well, yeah, and that's an interesting. Okay, Yeah. They used to it right now. And I gotta run. Time's up. We'll be back.
We're looking forward to speaking with federal prosecutors and investigators to see if his family's civil rights were violated, particularly in terms of due process. We expect all families who are met with this kind of trauma to get an prosecution.
A grand jury in Akron, Ohio has voted not to indict 8 police officers who fired almost 100 rounds. 25-year-old black man, Walker, tried to run away during an attempted traffic stop. Correspondent Leah Luciano reports.
So what surprised you the most about this outcome? How one-sided the presentation was, how police-friendly it was. That was shocking.
Attorney Bobby DiCello is representing Walker's family. He said they plan to file a civil lawsuit against the city.
Them blues folk got something just as bad as rabbits. It sounds better. I like, what's this? Frosty? Whoever got that song, the Oopie Doopie or whatever the hell it is. The Rodeo or something like that.
Dominion's defamation case against Fox News is finally set to go to trial in Wilmington.
Some of the evidence already been published. I had to run against Calhoun. Yeah, that running for every office but city council. I'm like, yeah, but the problem is, these people, they just run. Like Curry had to, gotta run. Curry had to. I love what Philip Anderson says. That weeks been a lawyer and my involvement. I had an idea, and he actually was involved before. Yeah, and I get probably, you know, it makes a difference when you know. But see, now you got these people who think they're entitled. You just, and then when they get there, you think you're gonna major league without, but they don't have no major. Well, they take their individual run, meaning that they got individual power. Yeah. And when they get there, like, you have to have the ability to get a consensus. And I was successful at being able to do that. I'm gonna give you one shot, yo. Oh, that window over there. You got some black. That's what
that your ethnicity thing. The real deal is because there's a million without millions.
You have to show me that. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that serious.
I actually heard it a lot. Because you know how many people told me, do you realize the money you're taking? You realize I can't, you know, all you still like the part was still it is nice something else. It's nice though. It is. This is most people
Jason Squire industry. He says one of the potential issues is the fact that technology will access and traditional information.
You're saying when that's the economy,
the last writer strike lasted 100 days in 2008. CBS News, Los Angeles.
You know, just like what they did in Montgomery, they passed a local amendment that is only before they judge in Montgomery County. Now you got to be a lawyer. So they just don't have to be a lawyer.
I don't have a problem. I think you need a job that employs common sense and that you have to be intelligent to make a decision.
Now, my thing is, not only should it be that way before they judge it, it should be all over the country. When you're dealing with incompetence, and when you are stagnating growth, because you got to argue with an idiot. I don't believe in all that fighting and unnecessary stuff that I'm going to be doing with Steve Reed. You know what I'm saying? There's some things you just don't go with the flow.
Yeah, but if you get some, but that ain't a leader. A leader don't go with the flow. A leader makes their own point, and if it's a good go, then that's fine. You don't just go with the flow. You have to be this.
When I say go with the flow, I mean if it's a positive mission,
then define positive.
Well, I'm always say something good about
common good.
Then you do it. No, I know who she be calling and give her legal advice. You know, be like, okay, Watchdog ain't got to make all the calls. Because Watchdog gonna go to Westlaw, Watchdog gonna go to LexisNexis.
Watchdog, we don't want to pay to go to LexisNexis.
We're gonna do my research, and then I need to ask
with this new chat bot. You know, you ain't even got to go to LexisNexis.
I wrote a paper one time using that what chat. Yeah. And it wrote this big elaborate paper saying, "Ain't I smart, y'all?"
You know, this AI is dangerous.
It is,
and it's even dangerous for the ignorant among us.
Schools are banning kids from using it.
I mean, you don't have to think with your own brain anymore.
You know, it's like, yeah, listen, I've been third grader right there. They never take it.
We know how it's happening. And welcome in, everybody. I hope this day finds you well. Hope it finds everything good. Got a guest in the studio with me, a former councilman for the city of Montgomery. I don't know if he's planning on running this time or not, but he's here, so we'll ask him if he's planning on running. And we all know him as Watchdog. Watchdog wants to come in and dispense some of his Southern wisdom on us, because his wisdom is a little different than mine. Although he's still kind of a young, oh, you know. I'll be 63 and I'm feeling off to you, Democrat. I'm Democrat. Anyway, wait a minute. How you going to, this is what we call a microphone. Okay, that's it. There we go. Okay. You know, let me grab this car right quick and show you guys. Remember, Watchdog? Yeah, good morning. Who's this? Pretty good.
Well, I highly recommend that you call the VA, you call here a competent lawyer, because there are many cases out there that if the person did not cause a real physical threat and harm to you, and you kill them, and you know there's a case out there right now where they shot a person just for driving in the driveway. Well, that person is being prosecuted. So I can't see, based on the way the laws are written, and I'm not a lawyer, how if a person poses no threat to you and can do you physical harm, and the whole thing about my personal space and all that.
The castle doctor.
So I think that you would be better off dialing 911 and going to the back door.
Even though we're 200 officers short, and the chances of somebody getting there before this son of a gun gets to your house is slim to none.
Open the door. Open the door, man. Open the door. Let me come in. Deadly force. Deadly force. Just open the door and say, come in. Oh no,
yeah. I don't. Now I have heard that you can't shoot people, but again, when you ask me, do I feel my life is in danger? If you're outside my door trying to get in, I'm thinking my life is in danger. But is it? But it's more reasonable if somebody's at my door that I don't know trying to pull it on my door, that I have it is more of a reasonable reaction than if somebody just drives down the street. Well, and again, I'm not a lawyer, can't play one on the radio, but if I know you're trying to get in my house, I'm gonna pop you. Well, I may go to jail, but I'll wound them.
Open the door.
Maybe so.
I have rental properties, and I always had some issues with criminal mischief acts where when it comes to Section 8, they want to have like water and gas on in order to do a Section 8 inspection. People break in, fry an egg, fry a bologna sandwich, sleep for the night, warm. But the DA said, another county, the DA said, no, I'm not prosecuting. If all they did was broke in your house, slept for the night, cooked the sandwich,
that's breaking it in.
I'm not going to prosecute that.
What county was this? Make sure we're getting them down here.
So this says there are a lot of small crimes like that. People
and therein lies our problem today. We keep that misdemeanors go, and misdemeanors turn into bigger crimes later on. That's an idiot who would have told you that. Give his name. I'll put his name on it.
So even if they to try to avoid being in a situation where it would cause you to be arrested and cause you to be charged with a violent crime.
There's an old saying.
There's
an old saying. Better to be tried by 12 than carried by 6.
I understand.
So that's my motto. Anyway, so having been a former city councilman, how do you think that what do you think of our city, and what do you think of the mayor?
Let me say, I believe in growth. I believe in expansion. I believe in the short version. I believe in institutional. You heard me say about, in the old days.
Give me the short version.
You got to kill farm. You got to plant. You got to.
Is he doing good enough?
And you got to travel.
Is he doing good? Okay. Is it worth putting him in for 7 minutes?
I don't see any reason why not. Put him in, because the fact is, you have a lot of ideas of what you're going to do when you go down to the city
That you
council.
can't get when you get there.
And when you find out there are 9 people, it's 8 people other than you,
Yeah.
and it takes 5 of you to do anything, then all of a sudden you're the mother. But
reality hits you.
You went for the House of Representatives, and there's 105 members, and you find out that you just one little drop among me. You go to the state senate, you just one among 35. So you just a little drop, and you learn real fast. All these things I said on the radio campaign, all this material I put about it.
We on the road right there. Come on, who's this? You're doing pretty good. Not 12.
You know what to say. Say that again, man. Say it again. You
Yeah,
know what to
some
say.
kind of rabbit got blanks.
You know what to say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with. I would agree. That and Lord, does his age come into play at any place here? Right, at 85 years old, is reasonable that he was scared. I mean, he was scared, weak, probably. I just don't know. Yeah. Mm, yeah.
Did you call her? Did you ever watch Perry Mason? You remember when the great aggressive prosecutor Hamilton Berger would say it's incompetent, it's irrelevant, and it's immaterial. The person was still alive, and when you shot them, they're there.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
the decedent
Yeah,
could have
yeah.
lived.
But yeah, but let me ask you. You can't say it was because he was black. He didn't invite the kid over to his house. He's sitting in his own house. Right, but that's what Crump and them trying to make. They're trying to make it race. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to hear it. I wouldn't want to hear it. But that's because I'm personally involved in it. Where that's why you're not supposed to be on a jury if you have some personal involvement or person. Yeah. 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 Well, maybe I again we got to know the whole. Maybe it's been broken into a few times. Maybe tired of it. Every time you turn around, somebody breaking in your house. Somebody, and that is going on in this country. But I don't know that to be the case. I'm just saying. So I just think we just got to wait until because why would a person do that?
When that picture one that costs $800 to $1,000, it makes a whole lot of difference when they break it.
Well, I don't. It's too easy to say color. What about the culture? What about all the killing that's going on in our community? You can't go to sleep at night without black folks shooting up guns. I mean, what about this? Yeah. No, but why do we but why do we excuse the behavior of our own folks killing our kids? But when a white man does it, all of a sudden it's national news. No, you come across as a good Democrat, so you don't come across as
chemical castration. Chemical castration for rape.
Yeah. But we still won't deal with that. Right. But listen, we still won't deal with that issue. So it's okay if we do it, but a white man's involved, and all of a sudden our lives get value. Okay. And we're making excuses right then. That's an excuse too. I agree. But it is open season on black folks if you happen to be black. It is open season on our kids.
African American.
You get shot in your house now, not even doing anything, just sitting there watching TV. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I won't do that. I think that's kind of I think that's kind of wrong. Yeah. 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 I mean, listen, I got to take one more call. I got to take a break in a second. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, good morning, sir. How you doing? I'm looking for a lawyer to call me. I want to talk about the First and Second Amendment.
What? Why? You exercising it right now.
Yeah.
85. No, I haven't. No.
They won't let me serve.
And they won't let me serve either. So Exactly. Right. Right. And that's the question I've been asking. I don't know, guilty of, is it reasonable what he did?
You know, many people don't even know that. I'm impressed. Many people don't understand that the criminal property is considered to be, collected. And most folks don't even, they don't even know that.
What's that word again?
Yeah, that's the front part of your property.
Right. And you can treat that like it's inside the house for protection purposes.
I always put up no trespassing private property sign.
But you don't get to shoot people just because you put a sign.
They say that the most legal one to put up, the one that states the state statute on not coming on private property.
Yeah, I tase him. Yeah, I got something for him. Right. No, I wouldn't think that at all. I'd shoot back. Okay. Right. I had never heard that word till today.
Yeah. I was impressed when he said it because most people don't even know that.
Hell, I got some lawyers that probably don't know that. Some judges probably don't even know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, constitutional rights, state rights.
Gotta take a break. We'll be back. Cutledge. Yeah, we'll use that word from now on. We'll be back.
They probably never, most of them never even heard of it. The city is fighting on the ordinance that I passed dealing with the attendance on board, and they're trying to kick people out. You know, and the issue is, I haven't read it to see what I said. Maybe share a tool, a wood. So that's on the fighting. And it's about the housing authority asserting that they are officially supposed to vote. They're doing it. I call it illegal related state law, which is a human labor. No, you never know. You want to go to David?
No. How do I live? Using trade. What's he doing?
I call him in.
The house is looking for. And sometimes you get tired of getting houses, and the child didn't. The child has nothing to do with it. The thing is that he is a victim of culture.
You remember the own property. When you go to turn the lights on, they stole all the wire. You go to turn the faucet on, they stole all the pipes. You know, I changed all the copper to galvanized for gas. I changed all copper, water, and season. That's the new stuff they do now. And, you know, it's pathetic. You know, it makes the job easier for you by going in and stealing it all. So now, I can put stuff in that has no value. They tear all your parts out and make it $20.
Yeah, I know. But I thought copper pieces and stuff like that was supposed to get ID on the body.
And they do some stuff now, but you know, years past, like they used to have it. They sold on Willie Holland, they wasn't asking questions, nothing. Like even the people, like cars, they was going and stealing people's cars and questioning them with no title. No title. No. I had a car store one time with DAS, the latest information and everything. Yeah. So when I talked about the First Amendment, the Second Amendment to right to bear arms, I want to say, you know, really down to what bear arms really mean. Does it mean an individual or does it mean the military?
But the individuals were the military.
But the framers, but you may have a right to bear arms, but it's a state collective. You got the right to vote under the 15th Amendment, but I'm gonna come back and say, no, I'm gonna restrict it by making you ID and make you go.
I believe you. Well, you ought to have ID. There's no reasonable person who thinks that you need ID to buy tennis shoes, get the right form, and your vote is worth more than rent. Cigarette. Yeah,
Talk about that on the air. But guess what? You can go buy a gun with a student ID. You can't vote with a student ID.
You shouldn't be able to because if you're 18, that part bothers me because if it's good enough for you to get on campus with other people whose life you can put in danger, it ought to be good enough. If it's a state ID from the college, it ought to be the problem is though, a lot of people can make ID. Well, but if it has to be, they ought to make their ID so they cannot be counterfeit.
Yeah, there's a lot of good. I don't know whether you sell it or not. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of good laser.
Yeah, I got a couple. Hey, hi, good morning, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. 860-1440 is the number. If you
it's always a great to have an opportunity to come into the studio and cause the radio without my being in the studio. And if I could take the line from the old every question one time, I'm going to stop half my brain. Just to make the conversation better.
And that reminds me of a word of the English lexicon that's narcissistic.
And you do know that.
Yes, but I have no ambiguity about its meaning. Good morning, who's this? Good morning. Well, now you know you call it back. Now you know you ain't supposed to be the call. Well, I gotta get. Okay, that's good. I have to go. I think that's a good challenge. That's a good challenge. Yeah. That's not a lie.
I've heard strange things. Are you military?
No, he was military. Okay, that's kind of like military.
I started my career at Maxwell Gunner.
As a citizen, as a civilian.
They wouldn't get that being armor. I was 40 pounds over.
They did something about that.
They gave me 1 week. The rest would say, you wouldn't do the military really good. Or you just But the whole issue about the varying of plans is if the Constitution's Second Amendment gives you the right to bear arms, there's a lot of debates about many legal scholars and students about what you need. But the state comes along and says, hey, you got the right to bear arms, but I'm going to take your right to my place. You got the right to vote under the 15th Amendment, so I'm going to make so restricted that you can't do it. So you know, debate. I can buy a gun with a college ID, but I can register to vote for a college ID.
I think that's hyperbole. Anyway, let us put the number 864-1440. This is my last text number. I went back to the old because 241-9998 because I finally got tired of can't do telephone. So I'm not that important. My checking account says I'm not. So I just need one phone like everybody else. 241-9998 is the text number forevermore until I leave Earth, I guess. Let's go back to phones. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. That they do.
Well, if you don't,
But here's a significant difference. You have a right by the Constitution to bear arms for protection. You have a privilege to drive a car, but you don't have a right to drive a car. Again, there's always, certain circumstances, but you don't have a right to drive a car, but you do have a right to bear arms. That does give me concern unless he was in fear of his life. That's the only reason why I would say you could want to do that. That does give me some concern. But then again, I do not know all the circumstances. You don't know them. I don't know them. Right. So I'm yeah. The young man's back home now. His mother's a nurse, I believe. I understand, and so they take care of him at home. And it's a shame that happened. I just well, but my problem is that we don't get upset with our children getting killed every day on American street.
well,
It just we don't raise all this hell about we just don't, because it's hypocrisy. Well, those are anomalies. Those are anomalies. That's rare.
okay, I'm gonna offer this. I'm going to offer this. Always remember. Always remember.
We got our own mass shooting the other day in Dayton. Well, because somebody's got to talk about, because we got it down pat making excuses. Well, I know, but okay, all right.
Okay, I did the first gun buyback in Montgomery.
And you put a lot of people's life in danger.
Okay, no.
Yeah, you did.
When a parent found a junior high school
Yeah.
female
Bad parenting.
with a Mac 9
Bad parenting.
under her bed.
Bad parenting.
So once again, what you want to do,
You don't take my gun. You don't take my gun
from happening.
because wait a minute, you don't take my
Like what
gun.
happened over in Naples.
You don't take a gun. I'm poor. I need some food. I need some groceries. I have to protect it. You
But
don't
you're
entice
responsible
me.
enough- you're responsible enough.
But you don't entice me because I'm hungry to sell my protection. And then now I sold you my protection. My money is gone. And now there's nothing to protect myself. I think that's the worst thing you did at city council.
The bottom line is you want to remove bad weapons.
You want to move bad people off the street.
And if you take those weapons that particularly can help.
Do you know? Do you know that more people get killed in car accidents than any other thing? We don't take them off the street.
But if something happened to your son,
Again, but this ain't personal. More people get killed in car accidents than any other thing in America right now, and we don't ban cars.
it's safer than airplanes.
Again, we don't ban airplanes when they crash either.
There's an ordinance
Yeah, I
I
hear you.
heard that I passed
I hear you.
when I was on the city council about the attendance to board meetings. And my ordinance specifically dealt with people not attending board meetings. Some boards are real important.
Name one.
You know,
Good morning, you're on the air.
water board,
Oh, that's
housing authority,
okay.
yes.
Yes.
Action. Those boards are important to you. People need to attend the meeting. Because when you don't attend the meeting, bad things happen when you don't show up.
Good morning. Hi.
How you doing, sir? The great pastor, thank you.
Okay, give me the short version because I got it. Yeah.
Revelation. Plato said, no one is more hated than he who speaks the truth.
Depends on how you define truth. Yeah, appreciate it. Let me take one more call for my first break. I got to go.
It's ridiculous.
Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning.
Good morning. Which one? Which gun? Which one? One was for fighting and one was for fun. Which gun?
You don't care what it's
Yeah.
Mental challenge. That's what I'm
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't playing good for that. You're retarded with this. Yeah, man. Give me this. Give me. Hey, what you talking about anyway, man? Give me that. Yeah. Yeah. Now you need to make it shorter. You got a minute.
Who's everywhere? Now you.
Right? But it's not about me. You have a right to bear arms.
Your state may pass a law.
I would agree.
Your state may pass a law where you can carry a firearm, and it does not require a permit. If you cross state line, you cross the state line and don't have a permit, and see what happens to you. That's only good in the state that you live in. So those states I've had a permit since I was in my 20s. Yes, sir. But when kids are raising kids, when you have a person that's 39 years old, that's a grandparent.
It's always been raising kids since beginning of time.
When you have a person 40, that's a great grandparent.
And it's always been that way.
And
only in the Western world it's a big deal.
The family has to become more of a cohesive. They just work together Who says that? Okay. When Jesus walked this earth, one of the three institutions they established. First, what's the first one? The family. Second, the church. The government. The family is the most important institution established by Jesus.
Right now, it's important to take this break. We'll be back.
Weather forecast on News Radio.
You want a cup of water? Yeah. Well, come on, get it. Now bring it.
Don't spit in it.
Montgomery's Watch Traffic. It's always family owned. Driven on News Radio 1440.
When your business information is missing or inconsistent across the internet, search engines want to and customers want to promise your customers you and your competitors use to complete a rule.
Just while we have it, the management and our talk just asked, sincerely thank you for the ultimate friends as the best. Otherwise, note the best, short, and right, and simple on the one. Thank you for the rich and provide all your units with on affordable prices and to deliver the absolutely best in customer service for full, free, and active result for over 35 years. Please visit us online at the
Your burger be on the air. Your burger be advertised in business and your burger be no business. When the burgers are coming along, if I didn't get a change things, he was preaching. He was business. Because they time, I love you. Everybody else. Pandemic, everybody. They be in Europe. You work from home, you work back, all that thing. It's kind of hard to do that, but it's different. And you're gonna get me a camera so I can zoom. I had a computer home when I left. This is a life changer. He's one of those. You never know. How old is your son now? Well, Manuel's 31 and Jarrell is 16.
To help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and
you have. I'll be a lot more. I'm gonna get anyway, so I learned a new word today, cutlery. Cutlery. What word? Cutlery. Cutlery. Probably don't know. But I gotta look it up. Cutlery. Okay. Well, you're looking at that word. Good morning, who's this?
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? That's right. That's right. And all right, appreciate it. Improve my integrity. Okay, appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. Good morning, you're there. Yes, yeah.
What's going on, boss? You all right? I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that gold. I'm gonna get that gold dollar from the head.
Okay, well.
My mom 81 next month.
Yeah. You have to be when you go over there. Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. Well, I ain't lying. Well, I know. I'm not. And Mr. H, you're absolutely right, and that is why you should not be involved in judging others if you have a personal stake in an issue, because we don't become rational when we're personally involved. It becomes emotional to us, and we lose track of logic and reason. So that's why we let somebody else judge that situation. Somebody with eyes and ears that listen hears a different tune. So I'm not saying. I mean, let's hurt my child. I do my best to hang you. No doubt about it. I will take you out. Yeah. Yeah, just a couple. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Still driving Uber?
Hey, no. I mean, it got a little dangerous. I was in a couple of situations where I went down some dark roads and I saw no light.
Yeah, I
nothing but trees and gravel. And I got mad because we lived all the way down in the woods. So I was kind of very friend. I said, look, my brain was on grass, sticks, and trees to get when you live down in the woods. But
yeah, I ain't going to do
it. Might be Jason, Freddy, Midnight Train, or something down there.
No light. Yeah, no lights and trees. Wait a minute, no lights and just trees. Hell no, I ain't going.
You realize Uber and Lyft drivers deliver a lot of food. People use you can do strong water. So a dope dealer can order for Uber for his buddy to drop off from point A to point B. Then he gets a lift to go from point C to
it's entrepreneurial to me.
So they're using rights. You can say you got a girl if you look at it over in the middle, it's supposed to have the registered agent in the state of
Good morning, who's this?
And I'm going to still
Good morning, who's this? But that's what I read too. That's what I read too. We got. All right, appreciate it. It is 8:55 in the morning. Yeah, I get an Uber call now, and the guy talking about way down in deep in the woods on the last barn on the right and the dirt road on the left. Oh no, we ain't going.
I saw one a big butcher guy. I don't know if but I've seen women like grabbing your breast and kissing you on the neck. Hold on.
Yeah. Is that the thing you get? It sounds like you know a little bit about that.
I've always told the person that you had to call in the act good. That's not, I'm not
This is the last call.
The just and the unjust.
Good morning.
The weed and the country go together.
Good morning. Yes.
Hey, that was going about. Man, I be inboxing you. You don't never turn my phone call. I be having all this work lined up for you, and you don't even call back.
Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta take one more call. We're gonna call this good morning. Good morning. Who's this? Okay. We're gonna. You know, one of the things.
Why do we make it so personal?
Let's talk about this word fertility. It did make it that it has to be. It says the area considered legally part of their house or dwelling by virtue of its enclosure by a fence or habitual use of domestic. Okay, so I thought it was strictly about a fence, but it said if it's constantly used. I guess you're right.
In the older houses, they got the front porch, then they got the mailbox out on the street, and the sidewalk. So that front part is considered to be a current lit.
I've never heard of that word. That's a legal definition. So why in the world can't I shoot you be outside my house that endanger me?
You got to see people out there. You can't. You got. You know, my dad is a funeral time. There's a tragedy for the closed mind. You want Kennedy said, you gotta be careful.
And Elijah May said the tragedy is not lying in failure, but in failure of reaching its goal, but having no goal to reach.
But a parent will always have a pretext for scaring it.
Yeah, he said the tragedy is not reaching a goal, the tragedy is not having a goal to reach. It's true. What other individual like you?
Everybody on the ground you want to go, it's a trouble.
But if
yeah, you haven't. You want, I can get you some things for my birthday somewhere else. I'll pay for your birthday.
No. I gotta Zoom meeting. They never talk into that before.
Do you realize there are some lawyers in my company that get rumors when they go to court, like you were talking earlier? That you get you get something lawyers that's been to, you know, like Master Cardell.